What's going on, my friends? This is your host, GB. So welcome to another episode and returning back right here on YouTube, a Lesson In Headbanging Podcast. And here on this episode, long live Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne. So it's been a couple days, right? I should say a couple of weeks now. The news has been ready out there right now. Black Sabbath has announced they're going to do one more show with the original members, which is Ozzy Osbourne, of course, Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and of course, they're returning Bill Ward on drums. But this is also billed as Ozzy Osbourne's final performance as well. So we're going to get some double dipping here on his final show. Now, if you're not aware of it, of course, this is all going to go down in the UK at Villa Park. Now, tickets has already been on sale, and it's sold out. So if you're planning on hopping a plane from here in the United States, cross overseas, you should SOL, my friends. But in the meantime, maybe you live out in the UK and you bought yourself tickets. Congratulations, man. You're going to witness not only the reunion of Black Sabbath, but you're going to witness the final time performance of Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne. But here on the show, of course, I'm going to have my vinyl picks right here. I'm not going to reveal them. Now, every episode, I try to give you guys my vinyl pick of the week. But here on the show, I'm going to give you guys my number one pick Black Sabbath vinyl album and my number one album pick of the Ozzy Osbourne solo album as well. So let's get to it, man, because if you're a longtime Black Sabbath fan, to me as a fan as well, I'm kind of a little pissed off as well that, man, I kind of wish Bill Ward was part of the final tour here in the United States a couple of years ago. Now, I do have a poster somewhere hanging on my wall. Actually, it's right behind me somewhere of the final Black Sabbath tour with Tommy Cluflatos. Can't speak his name. Tommy, right? Tommy Cluflatos on drums. There we go. Hell of a drummer, by the way, who's also with the Dead Daisies. I kind of wish Bill Ward was here in the United States one more time, giving us the final Black Sabbath proper tour. Obviously, things didn't go that way, and unfortunately, it never unfolded here in the United States. Now, that being said, that they're gonna have this final performance in the UK with Black Sabbath. And tagline back to the beginning. And this thing is colossal. It's not only a Black Sabbath only show. You're going to have every major rock and metal bands out there going to be traveling to this damn festival. I think it's a festival, a big giant celebration to the godfathers of heavy metal. So makes sense to be a festival type show. Maybe it's a collaboration of every band's going to do a tribute to Black Sabbath. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised there'd be some kind of tribute, right? I'm not going to spoil it. If you haven't seen it, maybe you guys have or not. But I'm going to go ahead and share the screen here of the website of Ozzy Osbourne. Now, as of today, February 17th of 2025, there's been more bands added to it. But we'll discuss about it very shortly. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here really quick of the official OzzyOsbourne.com official press release and the poster here. There's right there. Back to the beginning. All four guys, Geezer, Tony, Ozzy, and Bill Ward. The final show, Saturday, July 5th, Villa Park in Birmingham, England. And as I mentioned, the performance of Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Gojira, Hailstorm, Alice in Chains, Lamb of God, Anthrax, Mastodon. Additional performers from Billy Corgan and Smashing Pumpkins, David Draymond from Disturbed, Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses. By the way, today they announced Guns N' Roses officially as a band will be there. And they also officially announced that Tool will be there. Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, Lizzie Hale, Jake E. Lee, Jonathan Davis from Korn, KK Downing, Mike Borton from Faith No More, Papa. They kind of leaked this out a little bit. We know we got the new Ghost tour going down this summer here in the United States. Apparently they're now Ghost tease the next version of Papa. Tobias is going to be releasing the new Papa fronting the band. By the way, he's going to be there. Rudy Sarzo, makes sense, right? Sammy Hagar, Slash from Guns N' Roses, Sleep Token, Tom Morello, Wolfgang Van Halen. So Ticketmaster.com or Ticketmaster.co.uk, LiveNation.co.uk. Again, as I mentioned, it's already sold out. So if you can find a second party, third party market, good luck. I'll spend a lot of money on it. So if you actually look at those lists here, there's a couple things that kind of question myself. Number one, where is Judas Priest? Now you have KK Downing on here, but no Judas Priest. It makes sense, right? Their home country, Birmingham. Why is Judas Priest not on here? And maybe they're going to be on tour here in the U.S. We don't know. But and that makes sense too, right? In the midst of July, during the summer, you got all these major rock festivals, metal festivals, Wacken, right? Hellfest. All these festivals going down during the summer, so it makes sense for everybody to go over there. And by the way, Metallica's doing their summer U.S. stadium tour, and that pretty much wraps up here in the United States. So they can hop on the plane and head over to UK afterwards. It looks like they're going to be heading to the Australian dates in the fall time. So you have Metallica, Slayer, and Anthrax. You have 3/4 of the big four performing in the Black Sabbath's final show. Now that means where's Megadeth? Even Megadeth's not playing? Where's Dave Mustaine? I want to know where's Megadeth. That'd be why you have the big four performing in the Black Sabbath final show. Holy smokes, man! This is like the black hole of heavy metal. This is like the meteor is gonna strike the earth. This is heaven on hell. Oh my God. Where's Megadeth? That is interesting. I hope they announced it within a couple days. Now they announced Guns N' Roses the week after the announcement. Now they could announce more. They could if they wanted to. So we got Pantera, Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax, Lamb of God, Gojira. Holy shit, man. That's colossal. So you got to throw some Megadeth in there. And Judas Priest, man, to top it off. Iron Maiden, if they wanted to, they could. But, this is stacked, man. This is stacked. But long story short, the final Black Sabbath show, the final Ozzy Osbourne performance. Now, anyway, this whole thing's going to be donated. You can see right here. Charities to the Cure Parkinson's, Birmingham Children's Hospital, the Acorn Children's Hospice, and the Children's Hospice supported by Ashton Villa. So say what you want, how expensive it is. It's gone to a good charity. And that's fantastic. And man, this is badass. I wish I had money. I mean, I have money, but I wish I had a lot of money. I wish I had tickets to go to this. Book my flight. And I heard a lot of people book their hotels, and we'll have to wait and see if they got their tickets or not. And if not, they're going to be sitting in a hotel room, listening through the walls of this concert, because this is going to be badass. All right, now we're going to come back to me here on this lovely camera. Again, if you're watching right now on YouTube, and maybe you're listening to the podcast, right? Take the podcast to go. Wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, lock into a Lesson In Headbanging Podcast. Follow me on Instagram, X, Facebook, mainly on Instagram, because I always update concert festivals, touring lineups, and here in the United States. So if you want to keep up to date on what's going on here in the United States, feel free to give me a follow on Instagram, a Lesson In Headbanging Podcast. All right, so we get that piece of business out the way. I'm a huge Black Sabbath fan, always has been, always will be to the day I die. The Godfathers of heavy metal, know your roots. So, that being said, Ozzy Osbourne's final performance. We got Jake Lee on the board. We're going to have Mike Borden. Zach Wilde's going to be there regardless because he's playing with Pantera. Who else is going to be there? I mean, I can't try to think who else is on top of my mind who's still around that could join Ozzy Osbourne's final. I mean, can we get Gus G? Can we get Blasco performing there? We don't know yet. But right now, this is what we have lined up in front of us to the general public. And this is pretty exciting, man, for heavy metal fans. And also kind of disappointing. We kind of wish we had it full on. And again, this all depends on Bill Ward's health as well. If Bill Ward could have done a final tour here in the United States, across the United States a couple of years ago, he said he could play, but we really don't know, man. We really don't know. And Ozzy, he went throughout that tour, and obviously a couple years later, he did this final tour under the Ozzy Osbourne moniker, which I saw as well. Now, this final show, I can't remember if Ozzy himself said in an interview, he sounds like he's going to do bits and pieces now. So don't expect to play Black Sabbath playing, 20 greatest hits of Black Sabbath songs of the first couple albums. This is just not going to happen. It sucks, right? They waited too long. And then that's just one thing you kind of wish, what if all this stuff, all the circumstances would cleared up? They could have done this tour while everyone was still able to do it willingly, perform on stage. And 2025, Ozzy's I mean, we don't know what this health is right now, but the past couple of years, he's been going through some health issues. Well, I mean, we can see Tony's still going around, looking healthy. Geezer looks healthy, going out in public out in LA. We're not sure what Bill's Ward is. We see him here and there on social media. He still looks good. We kind of wish he had these guys together in a healthy state, doing at it here one more time around the world. But they're going to end it in Birmingham at the Villa Park. And if you're lucky, you get the tickets. God bless you. You got it, baby, to see Ozzy's final appearance as well. So it'll wrap up this show. As I promised on top of the show here, I'm going to give you guys my number one pick for Black Sabbath and Ozzy's vinyl pick in my collection. And we're going to start with Black Sabbath, a fantastic record. This record's just fantastic. So they gave you one pick for my Black Sabbath pick. This one right here. Black Sabbath Paranoid. Just a fantastic album, fantastic record. War picks, come on, iconic. Paranoid, it's the number one heavy metal song of all time. It's a must. If there's someone that came up to me down the street, which very rarely happens, say, hey man, I'm getting tired of this pop crap, this country crap. I want to get into heavy metal. What song should I just listen to add to my playlist? Paranoid. But there's also another song on here, right? Which we'll get to shortly. You got Planet Caravan, which I hope Planet Pantera plays that cover. I hope so. Iron Man, the number one essential song. There's another song to add to your heavy metal essential playlist, right? Come on, it's pretty obvious. Electric Funeral. God, I love that song. Bow, 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 bow. Come on, it's just a badass. Hand of Doom. Rat Salad. And come on, Fairy Wear Boots. Man, that just gets stoned off that song. Paranoid is my number one pick off my vinyl album, Black Sabbath. Now we're going to go to Ozzy Osbourne. Now, this is an argument for a lot of people. A lot of people say it's Blizzard of Oz. A lot of people could say this album. I'm going to pick this album just because I don't have Blizzard Oz in my collection. So I easily could have picked that one. But by default, I'm going to have this one in my collection. Diary of a Madman. Classic. Over the Mountain, right? Um, Bob Daisley, right? Bob Daisley on drums. He's still kicking ass. No, it's fuck, man. Who's gonna bother me? Um, okay, so I have the album here. Shame on me. I should know this shit. Tommy Aldridge. What the hell's not Bob Daisley? Rudy Sowers on bass. Tommy Aldridge. Yeah, he's still around kicking it, man. Tommy Aldridge. I hope he comes out there. Uh, Come on, just that classic drum intro. Boom, 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 over the mountain. Badass. Flying high again. Randy Rhoads, just legendary. You Can't Kill a Rock and Roll Believer, Little Dows, Tonight, SATO, and come on, Diary of the Band Man. Diary of a Man. Just a classic album. So there we go. Diary of the Madman, Paranoid. Two favorite albums, my pick of my vinyl collection. Let me know what you guys thought about this, man. If you're listening on the podcast, a Lesson In Headbanging Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, X. If you're watching on YouTube, drop it on the comment section down below. All right, man, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, of course. Long live Black Sabbath, horns up. And if you got the tickets, man, I'm jealous. If you're not, maybe you're disappointed you're not going. Well, join me in sorrow, pissed off because you're not going. But look, I seen Black Sabbath. I know final run here in the United States with Tommy and drums. I'm happy. I'm pretty happy. I saw them. I saw Ozzy a couple times. You're in the United States as well. I'm happy as well. So, I can keep those things in my mind and my memory, and something to look back forever until the day I die. So until next time, my friends, stay heavy, horns up, and I'll talk to you guys next episode. Bye-bye, everybody.